What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely fantastic day. I know I am. If you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. Your neighbor will turn into a Karen. Yes, that's right. If you love your freedom and being able to wake up late on a Saturday afternoon, I highly suggest you press the like button. Otherwise, me and your neighbors will actually flip places, and that's not fun. Boy, oh boy, has the last day been eventful, alright. I know that I kind of told Karen that if she kept it up, there were going to be consequences. But Karen, bless her heart, was actually smart enough to figure out quite the loophole that I'm going to be telling you guys about today. For those of you guys who don't know who Karen is, it's just my neighbor who has a massive beef with my YouTube channel for, honestly, no reason. She just thinks it's a bad influence for her kid, and instead of being like, hey kid, don't watch Scrubby's YouTube videos, she just tries to have beef with me instead. But, yeah, as you guys can tell from the title, my neighbor made some allies, alright? And I'm going to be telling you guys about that today, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the last time I really talked to Karen, it was basically me saying that if she continued to come knock on my door, I was going to get her cited for trespassing and send her to jail, which might be the most lame thing to go to jail for, alright? Like, if I'm going to spend time behind bars, if I'm going to spend time dropping the soap, I'm at least going to jail for something cool, okay? Like, I don't know, parachuting off the Empire State Building without a permit, or like, impersonating Tekashi 6ix9ine outside of a federal prison, that type of stuff, alright? I'm not going to jail for anything lame. So, I kind of knew that Karen was probably going to back off because I like to have the same idea, alright? Like, oh, what are you in prison for? Trespassing? It's just not the same. But regardless, Karen being Karen, which is the most Karen thing of all time, decided that she couldn't let me have the last laugh, okay? At this point, I had basically all but won. I was kind of saying, hey, I'm not going to delete my channel. Every time I talk about you, I'm getting paid more money. And on top of all of this, officially, if you come knock on my door again, then it is totally in my hands to send you to jail. And I don't think Karen liked that because she's what we call a control freak, you know? The type of person who, if she's not in control, is actually having a mental breakdown. Like, I don't know if Karen had ever heard the word no before, okay? I'm pretty sure she carries colored sunglasses around that make red lights look like green lights because she just hates being told no that much. She's T-boned 37 grandmas in minivans this month alone just based on the fact that she just doesn't like the word no. So when the police basically told her that she was forced to leave me alone, otherwise I now had the legal ability to press charges, that must have pissed off Karen pretty bad because, well, things have changed a little bit. So today I wanted to go to the grocery store and get some food, alright? It's a pretty normal thing. About once a week, I'll just go to the grocery store for like maybe an hour or two to get all the food for the house for the week. And I just think it's funny that as soon as I leave my house and I'm not home to check the security cameras or see who's coming by, I come home to a note stapled, or not stapled, you can't staple through metal, taped to my garage door as I'm coming in to park the car. This is what I see proudly plastered in the middle of my garage door. Dear Scrubs, this is the Coalition of Neighborhood Moms letting you know that you've gone too far. You continue to air your neighbor and yours feud for profit, and we will tolerate it no more. We are filing a complaint with the HOA, and this will stop now. And first couple things. First of all, the Coalition of Neighborhood Moms might be the least threatening organization name that you could have ever chosen. Like, alright, I would have been more scared of the Coalition of Teddy Bears. Oh, the Coalition of Neighborhood Moms. Wow, are all 47 of you who have nothing better to do all day than to complain about me actually gonna team up for some Avengers level threat? Alright, is my YouTube channel Thanos to you guys? Like, all the neighborhood moms together getting the Infinity Stones, alright? They have every one of the neighbors videos I've made ready to go complain to people. So, yeah, you're not a very threatening organization. Sorry, a bunch of soccer moms doesn't strike fear into my heart like it did when I was, I don't know, 7. But on top of that, okay, you guys are going to complain to the HOA about my videos. For those of you guys that don't know what an HOA is, it's a homeowners association, and it's basically a group of people that are just there to make sure that you don't have like empty toilets on your lawn or aren't lighting your backyard on fire every day and disturbing the neighbors. They're, you know, important, I guess, but they really can't do anything. And trust me, Coalition of Neighborhood Moms, whatever that is, I'm pretty sure the contract that I signed to keep trash out of my yard said nothing about me making YouTube YouTube videos about one of you, who I have no idea who it is, being a freak and coming and bothering me about me being a YouTuber all the time, all right? Like, I'm 97% sure that was never in any agreement I signed when moving into this neighborhood. Imagine how weird that would have been. Hey, we know you're moving in. Can you just sign this paper letting everybody know that you won't make a YouTube video if your neighbor won't leave you alone? Yeah, ooh. We've just had some serious problems in the past with this one neighbor who's an absolute freak. So, yeah, we just want to prepare you. So if you could just sign this, we'd appreciate it. Like, that was never a conversation. I never had that conversation, so you can complain to the HOA. And also, Karen, did you really go around to the other 5 bored housewives that have just been sitting there doing nothing all day to get this done? Like, really? Come on. The least you could have done is continue knocking on my door so I can get you for trespassing. The second I don't know, actually do something about you being a bully, you go, that's it. Better get the other soccer moms together. Do you have, like, the bat signal ready to get all the women together after soccer practice to write a threatening note and put it on my driveway? Like, oh no, guys. The error in my ways has been proven. My neighbor breaking in wasn't enough for me to be scared, but now that she left a passive-aggressive note on my garage door, I really think I'm going to have to rethink things and how I'm approaching it, because clearly this isn't working. And I know that soccer moms who clearly have enough free time on their hands to write passive-aggressive notes and put it on my garage door are obviously going to come and see by if I've seen the notes. So I decided to do the generous thing and flip over the same piece of paper and write a note back. So this is what I jotted down in return. Now, I personally enjoy having a clear message, okay? I don't like to play games. I don't like people to guess what I'm thinking. So I just made it very clear right away exactly how I felt about their little passive-aggressive note. And so my note says, to whom it may concern, no scrubs. Because to be completely honest, I don't really care if you complain to the HOA about me talking about my neighbor's problems. To be honest, if you want me to stop talking about my neighbor's problems, maybe, hear me out, don't go create an organization called the Coalition of Moms and threaten to complain to the HOA about something that's not against the rules. Like, maybe if you guys didn't keep giving me ammunition to talk about, I would stop talking about it. I know what you're thinking. Ryan, you're just being too logical, but I'm being honest with you. If you guys would just leave me alone, this problem would stop existing. So I left my note, and I don't know how they felt about it, all right? All I know is that I went outside about 2 hours ago, and the note was removed from my garage door, and I asked everybody who's been over or lives here, and they all said that they had nothing to do with it moving, which means that the Coalition of Moms have officially taken a gander at my notes, all right? And it's Thursday right now, so I'm going to try to give this another day to develop a little bit, and hopefully I have something to tell you guys about tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed for now, so if this video keeps going, if there's more time, then that means something happened. All right, guys, it's been another eventful day. Today, I've actually had a gang of soccer moms try to intimidate me, and it's not very intimidating, but let's get into that. So today, I told you guys that my note was gone, so I expected something to happen just because I know the way that these soccer moms operate now. I've dealt with Karen enough to realize that they're just not going to stop bugging you. There's nothing you can do about it. The reality situation is they really like to annoy you and feel important, so I knew the second my phone was gone, or not my phone, the note was gone, and I had kind of been passive-aggressive and told them no, there was going to be something coming my way. And it was Friday morning, which, I mean, is usually a pretty good morning. I actually really enjoy Fridays. And for the most of the day, nothing really happened. It was around 3 p.m. my time when I heard a knock on the door. And shockingly, it wasn't the banging on the door that Karen normally does. My neighbor who I've had the most problems with has a way of banging on the door that would make even the most, like, hardcore Marine Navy SEAL man slightly scared, because it's just so angry and violent that you're not really sure what's about to come through the door. All you know is there might be a velociraptor fidgeting with the door handle trying to get inside your house. So I hear this knock and I go open it, and there are 5 Karens just standing on my porch looking at me, okay? And I've dealt with Karens, but shockingly, my neighbor is not there. Like, there are just 5 very obviously bored soccer moms kind of standing there giving me this, like, frustrated look. One of them's tapping their foot, one of them has their arms crossed, and I'm like, oh great, here we go, it's going down. So I say, hello, how may I help you? And they go, we're the Coalition of Neighborhood Moms, and we just wanted to talk about this little note that you responded with. Do you think this is cute? And they put up my note where I said no, and I said, no ma'am, I don't think that's cute. I think it's the honest answer to what happens when a bunch of people anonymously leave a note on my door for like the hour I'm not in my house a week, week, and very obviously are not being influenced by anyone else. And they're like, well, it's just, we're not being influenced by anyone. No one told us to do this. We just think it's dramatically unfair how you've treated our friend, and think that you continuing to air this dirty laundry for profit is disgusting and just unneighborly. I hate to break it to you, ladies. It's not 1955 anymore. I'm 20 years old. I don't plan on living in this house forever, so being neighborly really doesn't matter to me, okay? Like, and you know what? Isn't it so weird that the only neighbor I've had any beef with is the one who won't leave me alone? Like, if I was really such a bad neighbor, something tells me the entire neighborhood would be knocking on my door every day telling me how terrible I was. But isn't it so funny that the only people that can complain about me being a terrible neighbor are the people that, for some reason, feel like they're more important than me and like their needs come before my job? Isn't that weird? So at this point, I'm kind of looking at him and I'm like, all right, well, I'm sorry that you have beef with me having beef with my neighbor. Like, I don't know why you're upset. It doesn't involve you at all. And to be frank with you, I don't care about being neighborly. It's none of your concern, which they just think is the worst thing ever. You know, did your mom raise you to not be neighborly? Is the relationship with your neighbors not important to you? Once again, no, I really don't care if my neighbors like me. Like, yes, it makes life easier with my neighbors liking me, but most of my neighbors do like me. The only ones that don't are soccer moms with too much free time on their hands, all right? Most other people I'm pretty chill with. I ain't got no beef with anyone. Like, the only person I have beef with is people who won't leave me alone. I'm living and let living. If you guys don't want to watch my videos and don't want to let your kids watch my videos, then don't. But I don't get your concern. So at this point, they're kind of realizing that their threat and them kind of trying to guilt trip me into being nice to people just to be nice to people isn't working. So then they start pulling out the stops that they just think are like absolutely insane, okay? I don't really know what they were thinking, but they try to threaten me and say, what would your parents think? Like, wouldn't you be so embarrassed if your parents found out that you were doing this online? Like, wouldn't you be ashamed of yourself if your mom and dad knew what you were doing? Which, you know, my parents know I do YouTube, first of all. Second of all, I'm an adult, to be honest with you. If my mom doesn't like that I'm making fun of my neighbor, she can do that. And one of them says, I did go to high school with your father, so wouldn't it be just a shame if we gave him a call right now and discussed it? And I said, gladly, I'll call my dad right now. And I pulled out my phone and I called my dad. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna call my dad right now. We're gonna get my dad calling in the video just so he can tell you guys what he thinks too. Yo, Dad.
Yeah?
Do you remember when I had to call you earlier because those soccer moms were yelling at me?
Yes.
Do you care if I make fun of my neighbor if she's being a psychopath?
I don't care.
Like, okay, when they were like, are you ashamed of your son? Were you like, yes, I am deeply ashamed, or did you just not care?
They're crazy. I don't know what they're. If they didn't act like that, you wouldn't make fun of them.
Exactly. Okay, thank you, Dad. Thank you. I love you. So as you can tell, even Papa Scrubster himself does not care at all. So your threats of like, I'm going to tell your mom and dad because they'd be ashamed of you isn't going to work. And I think at this point they realize that like the HOA is not going to do anything. I don't know if they just think I'm stupid, okay? Because they're like, we'll contact the HOA. And then as soon as I point out that I don't care, I never signed anything saying I wouldn't make fun of my neighbors, they're like, well, then we'll call your dad. I think they're so desperate to try to get me to stop for some reason that they just are making stuff up. And let me break it down for you, coalition of moms, because I'm figuring you're watching this. Leave me alone. I won't keep making fun of you if you don't keep giving me ammunition. Like, you think a team of soccer moms sitting on my porch is going to slow me down? Sick. Do you understand the level of clickbait you've given me? Now all my fans know that it's a 1v5 every time I step outside to mess with my neighbor. Like, sick. You guys just gave me more videos for a month. Do you not understand that you're doing the exact opposite of what you want me to do? Hey, you know what? We want them to stop making fun of our crazy neighbors. So let's form a coalition and try to take him down from the inside with a team of soccer moms. Sick game plan. 500 IQ. You guys are the smartest people I've ever encountered. And the best part about all of these soccer moms standing on my doorstep, right, is none of them are even on my street. She literally had to go through the neighborhood like blocks away to find people that were upset. All the neighbors on my street, every man's wife, every mother, every single woman who owns a house on my street, right, has not complained. In fact, the only thing they've said is that they're sorry that I have to deal with my psycho neighbor. So I don't know what big brain 500 IQ standpoint you're on, but do you think I really care about being neighborly to people who live 4 streets away from me? Like, oh, Oh my goodness, we live within 3 miles of each other? You're right. I should care about your opinion. No, I don't. So this team of soccer moms on my doorstep realizes that they're not gonna make me chill. They threatened to, call my dad, which I'm an adult. I don't care. And then when I called my dad and said, "Yo, do you mind that I'm doing this?" and he said no, I think they were kind of out of options. So they just said that this wasn't over and they're gonna go comb through the law book because they know that I'm doing something illegal. And please, ladies, enlighten me, because unlike most people, I'm not going to jail for trespassing. All right, if I'm going down for standing up for my rights for a Karen, then every person who's ever worked a retail job in their entire life will pay for my legal fees, because I can guarantee you that I'm just doing what every person who's ever been yelled at by a soccer mom has wanted to do, which is stand up to you guys, because I'm not caving. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's the update. This is a really long video, but the Karen fight is now going to be a saga of me versus a coalition of neighborhood moms. Karen herself is definitely behind this, okay? She's like the evil villain sitting in the chair petting the white cat. I just know she is, because why would these moms from like 18 blocks away come together randomly to attack me after Karen no longer can? The timing is it's just too good. But yeah. That's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I really would appreciate pressing the like button on this. I want this video to get out there. I want this video to get some support. So if you could press the like button, I would really appreciate it. On that note, though, guys, if you're new, subscribe. I upload videos like this every single day. So if you turn on the notification bell, then you will never miss any of that. And, never missing that is a good thing. Today's notification shout out goes to the one, the only, Brody Henning. Big shout out to you, dog, for being an absolute G unit. If you want a notification shout out, just turn on the notification, send a screenshot to me over on my Instagram at Scrubby, and I shout somebody out every day. But on that note, have an absolutely incredible day, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time in another video. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'm out. Peace.